Hello, I'm Sajid Abubakar, wildlife photographer by passion. Couple of months back, I was at Kher National Park. This is the only place where you can find Asiatic lions. I always wonder how these lions got into that part of the world. Let's talk to an expert, officer in charge when I was there, Dr. Anshuman Sharma, IFS. Let's listen to what he says.
We conducted I'll call it an estimation of lion population in 2010,
Okay.
and it stands about 411
Okay.
to be precise, and it includes the Gir PA, including the National Park and Sanctuary area, having around 297, then Girnar, about 27 28, followed by Mityala and Kania Sanctuary, about 7 8, and the outskirts or the revenue areas of Bhavnagar, Palitana, where a river called Satyunji passes from this place there. So lion followed this course, and they have about healthy population around 50 there in Palitana, Saurkundla area.
So is it something like every 5 years or?
We do.
Every
Our
5
this exercise is a half decadal exercise which happens every 5 years.
Yeah.
So 2010 it was there, 5 it was there.
Is it on the basis of pug marks or something?
No, actually it is more sort of a direct count.
Yeah.
It's a beat block method. We divide the whole into small. Beat is the, as you know, is the most smallest of the administrative unit, and then gradually increasing to zone and regional level.
Okay.
And it is direct sighting of the lions at places with an independent observer, along with the GPS location of the site, and all data are pulled out in the evening or a day after the count, and then pulled together and see whether there is multiplicity of data is there or not. And finally we analyzed, and then it came around 411 for us. So direct sighting of lions, and along with photographs, and an independent observer will be there with you, and you give it to your senior, who's the observer there, and then pull out data and see the timing exactly. Whether it's not possible to have two lions or particular two lions at the same time at the same place.
Okay.
See, actually, there's a history behind these trackers. These trackers mostly belong to the village Sasan. Earlier, if I'm not wrong, there was Shikaris of Nawab of Junagadh, because the guest house we're staying is about this hunting lodge, Shikar Gaon for the Nawab of Junagadh, and we have maintained it so beautifully that apart from the false ceiling and the paint work, not a single brick has been changed.
Okay.
That time they were called Shikaris. Slowly the word Puggies came, the one who walks on pug. In Hindi, pug means foot.
Okay.
And now more glamorous term called trackers came for them.
Yeah.
Mostly they're doing for generations together. The current one, second or third generation trackers. They move in the morning, around 5:36 morning, and they track because there are to be very honest, there are two ways of fighting wild animals. Especially if you see in carnivore, either you move around forest and wildlife, you see it, or you have somehow you know that about this area a group of lions are there or an animal has been sighted. So these trackers move early morning in the forest, with a vehicle or on foot. Most of them on foot because it was a single vehicle having 7 8, and we have divided these trackers into small groups, subgroups. So they move in different areas, and when they saw a pug mark, they follow the pug mark, or you can say the disturbance of dews on the grasses. That is also a good thing they have told me, sir. You can see the grass, the dews there, especially in this winter season. You can see which way it is turned. So tracking those things, they move around, and once they track, they give a signal that okay, we have tracked a line here, and God willing, if he happens to sit there, because I don't know, I won't use the term. They're very people use the term lazy for them. Lazy is a very bad term for them. They are authoritatively indifferent to us. Once their stomach is full and it is sun, they'll sit around and they'll simply laze off in shade. So they do it daily. And the most important work of a tracker is not even tracking the land for the tourists, it's for the wildlife health monitoring.
Okay.
Because they are our eyes and ears in the forest.
Yeah.
The moment they see an injured lion or any of the animal, perhaps more emphasis on giving the lions, they give us, and we will loosely what they use. These people are not very literate. They use the word repair for them. We treat them, but they call it some repair care. We repaired this land. So the most important working call to me is the wildlife health monitoring.
The most interesting question and very curious one is like how these lions get got into this part of the world?
If I'm not wrong, or a little bit of knowledge I have, they came from from Iran or perhaps Central Asia. They came, and we could have solid data about how they migrated here earlier. Should I give you more proper? As you all know, there are two kinds of broad subspecies lion, the African lion,
African lion.
and the Indian lion.
They always say that the cousins.
Or the Asiatic lion, so
Asiatic
it's not
lion.
Indian lion, Asiatic lion, leopard,
Yeah.
Panthera leopardica, our Asiatic lion.
Right.
So they move. If you see, they move along from Africa to even Europe. There have been sightings of lions were there in India. Besides south of Vindhyas, they were all together in India, because we have reports of lion being sighted being killed in Haryana or in Patna or in Madhya Pradesh. But slowly, this is the past and present decision of Indian lions. They were there in, perhaps the last was killed in 1884, in 1866. Near Haryana or even in Madhya Pradesh, there are sightings of Bihar. It is deeply entrenched in Indian culture. The presence of lions are also goddess Durga for Hindus.
Okay, yeah.
Lion is the
So you cannot say it was migrated, it was prowled from.
That's what precisely I can say, because see, if there is something if something is there in the mythology, it showed up in there for a longer time. But as the scientific evidence suggests that they might have migrated from Central Asia to Europe to Africa, and then they came here.
Yeah.
But there is a considerable difference apart from the size and the belly fold in
Asian and.
the Asiatic lions. The mane is much more thicker in the African lion. The mane is a little bit less thicker in a lion. But they look more beautiful. I should go by my opinion. Our lions look more beautiful than the African one. Their belly fold is more prominent. They've got a tuft of hairs on the elbows.
Yeah. And is there any issues of poaching?
As far as habitats go, our lion prefers, or perhaps our perception goes for the movies or the footage we see in National Geographic and Discovery, lions roaming around, running after antelopes in open grasslands of savanna type grassland in Africa. Yes, I do prefer. It do prefer this kind of grassland. Our gear is a bit trying. Slowly it has moved. It's getting a bit dense here, but still, lions. Through my little experience of 16 months I'm here in the park, they do prefer a bit openings where grassland kind of thing is there and a shady tree is there just in the afternoon. But I think till at present this is the best habitat to meet the lions. We have lions in the revenue area where the where the forest is not as deep as it is in Gir. Savarkundla, Paltana, they're open grasslands with sparse trees there.
So is there any idea of moving the groups to another place as well? Like
there is a proposal to maybe, but the matter is sub judice, so I won't like speak much on it. It is there in the Supreme Court between the government of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat. Poaching, yes, indeed, there were a few incidents. Very tragic incident happened in 2007. 5-6 lions were poached together, but after that we took very.
When was it?
In 2007.
Okay.
2007 it happened.
Yeah.
We were very strict after that, and the government of Gujarat.
Just for fun.
There are a lot of theories behind. They see somebody is telling they poach lion not for the fur, because the skin is not in market as much as tiger skin. They told whether the poach simply is an adulterant, because as you know, tiger bone is used for TCM, traditional Chinese medicine.
Okay.
So somebody tell they poach simply because they use it as adulterant in tiger bones. But not precisely for us, because we caught them and they were jailed also. We caught the offenders also, they were in jail, they were jailed also. But after that, the government of Gujarat took very drastic step. There were large number of recruitments for the gear. Newer vehicles came. Our whole infrastructure took a very sharp change after that incidents. And perhaps I'm proud to say the way we take care of lions is unparalleled anywhere in the world.
Are we well equipped with the modern weapons or the
Yes.
communication devices?
The wireless system is unparalleled. There is I don't think there is a blind spot in Gear where you can even contact through wireless. We got wireless stations even in vantage points and high points where you can, in the valleys where even 25, 30 kilometers nothing is there, but still got a manned wireless station at those points. We maintain these wireless points more in doing the fire season, which will become November till rain comes. So the communication is very good. You can contact from anywhere to anywhere. There is no blind spot or places where you don't have radio frequencies there. So pretty good. Apart from the infrastructure facilities, all the RFOs in Gir has got their own 4-wheel drives. Around 70 to 80% of the guard has got motorcycles, along with a assurance of 30 liters of petrol in a month. So pretty good. Apart from the vehicle thing, about from the weapons thing, we got weapons. Got 12 bore weapons, got revolvers with the ACS, RFOs also. quite enough. But in day-to-day patrolling, we never use these weapons. Only night patrolling or sometimes when we're moving on them, because staff style we don't have fears on land, because it never happened to lands of attacking, because they give you signals. They give you signals that okay, it's enough, don't come near to us. It rarely it happened. I don't have any idea or any information that lands full of attacking of our staffs. They have new engines. Are there?
It was really quite impressive. Like, I mean, yesterday it was just like a domestic animal.
That's what precisely I'm saying. It is authoritatively indifferent. I too also get comments that why don't it move and why don't. When I joined, I also have perception that the moment the lion sea will come and charge me. It's not like that. But the trackers, they are there from generation doing it, 20-30 years experience. They know how close to go. And apart from our perception is of tigers and leopards, the moment they say they'll shoot off. But not in case of lions, no. But yes, the thing is, you should maintain a safe distance, that is there. But yes, the behavior of lions is not as shy as it is in case of tigers. The moment they don't shoot off, they'll move away, no doubt. But with the trackers there, that's why we maintain trackers in the tourist region also, because sometimes the tourists don't know how to behave. And that too, dealing with a carnivore. The only definition I know of a wild animal is there's unpredictability. You never know what will happen. So that's why we maintain trackers in the tourist region, because I don't know, to avoid the tourists getting too close to the lions, because most of the cases they're moving in or on the road, That's why we even sensitize our guides and our gypsy owners and gypsy divers that maintain a safe distance, give a right to way to the lion. We got a community, Maldharis, if you see, goes Maldharis. Mal in Gujarati means animals, particularly buffaloes and cows, and Dharis is the one who owned it in India. So they loosely notes a community of cattle grazers, not particularly to a single caste, who owns cattle. They are in other parts of Gujarat also, but particularly about Gil Maldharis are that they settled in the forest area. They were together all throughout the forest, but since it was declared a national park maybe in the 70s, early 70s, they were relocated from the national park area. They still, if I'm not wrong, got 54 nests in the sanctuary area. They know how to peacefully coexist with them, but about, if I'm not wrong, as my reports, there was about 20 to 22% of the lion's diet happens to be this Maldhari's cattle also. Till now, there have been rare or few instances where a Maldhari has poisoned their kill. Partly because of the sense of ownership is unparalleled with respect to land in case of even people from Maldharis or even people of Saurashtra. People say land conversion, if you see, is particularly a success story for the people of Saurashtra. The lions are there altogether in every part of India, so they vanish and they were saved